change as news of a new kid spreads throughout the land. In order to save the humans, the Grand Wizard must get to the new kid.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have a new developer update which is pretty crazy, and I'm sure you've seen almost all the South Park YouTubers talk about this because it's unreal. So stand-up mini shits is finally good, and we'll get to that in a minute, but they have released a new developer update which is a bit late, but they said better late than never. And to start off, we have this week, and as you can tell, I think this video is going up on Saturday, so the week's almost over, but he just said every week on Thursday night, or for me it's Friday morning, they actually do a developer live stream, which if you watched my last video, that's where that video was from. And they give away cool prizes. Like yesterday they gave away, I think it was level 3 Cupid Cartmans to lucky winners. They gave away Mecha Timmies and just some PvP tickets and other cool stuff like that, so definitely worth watching. So follow their Twitter or Facebook to get updated about this. So basically next week they are doing another giveaway for Mecha Timmy. So one person's lucky enough to get him if they reach 500 current viewers on Twitch, I'm pretty sure. And even more loot, so definitely worth watching. Now for the big juicy part of this thing is, where do I begin? Alright, so next week's balance changes. So that does mean that the BFU is actually coming out next week. Next week Tuesday the actual update is coming out. And also on March the 8th, so that is on a Thursday, they are going to reset legendary ranks, so whoever's in legendary is going to get that pack, but it won't be as rewarding as last week or last time because it's been a short period. Still worth it though, so make sure everyone gets into legendary by then. Okay, so next week balance changes. This is where stuff gets more interesting. On Tuesday of next week we will be releasing a pretty big balance update, like a huge one. Honestly, it's so big that it would be an insane task to list all the specifics of every rare, epic, and legendaries. So it's not also legendaries and epics that are getting changed. Some rares and I guess even commons. I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but in other words, any cards that needs changing is going to get changed. However, I would say almost every single one of them have gotten a scale upgrade to buff to attack and health. So in other words, the more you upgrade, the more health and attack you'll get. So like legendary, like I think Grand Wizard Cartman, at max level 2, a legendary card has less health than a max level 3 Zen Cartman. So hopefully he goes up a bit, because I do really want to use him. I've been starting to use Zen Cartman in my recent videos. He's fun to use, but Grand Cartman is my guy. He's my guy. So what does this mean? Good question. All your rares, epics, and legendary units, except underpants gnomes, will remain the same at level 1. However, in order to keep them viable and exciting, we will now receive additional boosts when being upgraded due to improvements of scaling throughout the upgrade tree. So basically, for example, if you have a level 1 standard great and you upgrade him once, it will go up by like 10. But now they're saying that it might go up by like 12. So it's small little boosts, but the time the more you upgrade, it'll go higher, which is pretty much the actual like scaling buff they're doing. So I'm actually really excited about this because one, I might be able to use Grand Wizard again, especially when I get him to level 3. Also, Canadian Knight Ike is one of my favorite cards. So for him to be get level 4 or even like max level 3, hopefully he has enough health or close enough health to take out level 5 like Ike. Because whenever I place him down to stop astronaut battles or any battles really, he just dies instantly. So hopefully he gets enough health. I mean, if he gets some more upgrades, he's gonna be like quite OP, especially with the Robin Tweak and like Canadian Knight combo. So essentially, just rip underpants gnomes. Okay, so the 4 card changes which are coming are from standard many moons, Purify, Power Bind, and Mind Control. Now starting off with standard many moons. So since they put him in rather than any other card, I think he's getting the biggest buff out of everyone, and you'll see why. So sadly, this warrior of brown, blue, and red isn't getting as much love as he deserves. That will change, however, as he had a charge ability buff. Previously, his charge ability did 60 base damage at level 1 upgrade 0, and a maximum of 300 when you like max out a legendary card. Now that's being changed. His charge ability will now do a whopping 200 damage. 200 damage. That would kill any level 5 assassin, and will scale across the upgrade tree up to 600. So they've pretty much doubled his attack. So if you get a max level standard many moons legendary card, he will pretty much take out any card in the game that isn't a tank. Well, I mean, if you got a standard many moons that level, you probably have like level 7 cards, so maybe he'll be more balanced then, but still is a good portion of the health just gone. So now with this guy, you kind of just don't want to place like 20 assassins on him. You kind of want to power bind him or just sniper from a distance. But once again, we haven't actually seen him in game, so we don't know how powerful he's going to be. But Jesus Christ, like, my Mephisto and Angel Wendy will instantly die from him. Any assassins I pull out will instantly die by him. Cowboy Timmy will survive, but like just like a smidge of health. Same for Terrence, he will have like 19 HP left. This guy is going to be wiping out teams, and at level 1 he does 200 damage. So rip the people who have him at level 3, because that's like probably like near enough 400 damage or 350. Like, ugh. So many people are being crazy about this new update. So the main two things which are getting nerfed are Power Bind and Purify. So they are both 2 spells from the Mystical theme. And I'm sure you already know what they do, but basically, firstly, Purify now has a static range of 1 meter, meaning that you can't change it, no matter like, you can't upgrade the size of it, so it's always the same size. This is the same for Power Bind, but the only difference this time is that at level 1, you will only be able to purify 1 unit, level 2, 2 units, and so on. So in other words, you kind of want to get to level 4 at least to actually be able to use it. I think mine's sitting at level 3. I'll be able to get to level 4 pretty easy, but you pretty much essentially got to upgrade it now. Well, before you kind of didn't have to upgrade it because it only increased the range, the radius of it, and it wasn't really as useful. And the big changes are both for them, which I kind of probably don't agree with, which is actually the cost change. So now Purifier and Power Bind cost 2 energy. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's kind of bad to change the cost of a card. And pretty much a quick buff to actually mind control. It now scales up more strongly, and the base like mind control for the actual card is 7 seconds, and it will scale up to 10, which is the maximum mind control, which is pretty much a Kenny. And also quickly to regeneration, they said the scaling wasn't done right. So in other words, it's pretty much just at base like at a low level it'll scale up more rather than it scaling more up at the end. So it's technically kind of a fix or buff to regen, nothing really game changing. But they do say about all these balances that there are going to be some mixed reactions, so I urge you guys to try them out before you actually jump to conclusions. So, you know, Buck on stream did say that it's more balanced now. So if he's saying that these changes are actually balanced, that I probably agree with him. Obviously, everyone's going to be jumping to conclusions about like how like Mythical is dead, but to be fair, like I had to go to Mystical because it was too like not overpowered, but like Zen Cartman, Angel Wendy, and Freya Jimmy was just everyone I saw, so I kind of had to actually use them to play with them. Probably still gonna be able to use them. I'm not gonna go switch into Adventurer just because I don't like it, the theme. Like I don't like the pirates and the cards in it. That's why I stick with Mystical and Fantasy, just because they look the coolest, especially Fantasy since it's from the actual Stick of Truth game. And finally, they are currently in the process of rooting out the bugs for the big feature update. So in other words, when the actual update comes out on Tuesday, there's going to be another bug fix coming out a couple weeks or days after, which will fix all the bugs that are actually in this thing. So I actually can't wait. It's going to be a hype day on Tuesday. I will be making a video on it, and hopefully they show us all the upgrades, because I'll make a video about what's changed stuff, but like probably do the main cards, but we'll see. So that is all for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.